4:30, Mayor.
Okay, this is the meeting of the San Clemente City Council, December 9, 2025 at 4:30 PM. Let the record show that all members are present. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Seconded by, made by the Mayor Pro Tem, seconded by myself. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are in closed session.
Yes, I let.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the regular business meeting of the San Clemente City Council for December 9, 2025. It's 5:30 p.m. And we'll call this meeting to order. We'll ask the invocation this evening to be given by Senior Pastor Holland Davis of the Calvary Chapel, San Clemente. Pastor?
Let's pray. The psalmist said, "O sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have gained him the victory. The Lord has made known his salvation, his righteousness. He has revealed in the sight of the nations. He has remembered his mercy and his faithfulness to the house of Israel and the city of San Clemente. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God." And as I come into this time of year when we think about the gifts that we're about to give to each other, Lord, I think about the gift that each one of these men and women who serve the city of San Clemente faithfully and tirelessly. We love them. We thank you for them. We pray your blessing upon them. We ask, Lord, that you would give them wisdom and understanding, that you would help them as they make decisions that guide the affairs and the lives of the citizens of this city. We love what you're doing here, and we ask that you would continue it and that you would abound in it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let the record show that all members of the council are present. We now have an election for the mayor and the mayor pro tem, and the city clerk will conduct the election for mayor. So, Madam City Clerk, I'll turn this item over to you.
Okay, Mayor, we do have two public comments prior to the vote.
Okay, how many comments do we have?
Two comments.
Okay, let's hear from the public then.
Okay, Mike Dollar, followed by Amanda Quintanilla.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Dollar, and I'm a lifelong resident of the town here. And I just wanted to urge you to consider and vote for Mark Enmeyer for mayor. I've known Mark most of my life as a young boy in town, the church I attended. Mark is eminently qualified for this position. He is born and raised in this town. He's attended local schools, Concordia, Shorecliff, San Clemente High. He teaches at San Clemente High. He attends a Presbyterian church. He's been an elder there. He's raising his children in this town. His parents live in this town. The guy bleeds San Clemente. There's nobody more qualified, in my opinion, to move up as mayor. He served in the council, as I said. He's been an elder on the church. Historically, the mayor pro tem moves on up. The mayor is it's a position. He has no more power than all the other guys here. It's an honor to move on up. And Mark has served on councils, on Concordia, Shorecliff, the church. The guy likes to serve. He wants to serve. Last year it was said Mark wasn't voted for by certain members because, well, he's too busy. He's raising kids. He's got a job. Mark can determine if he can get off. I've been at city functions, and I've seen Mark there, and I haven't seen any of the other guys here. We're all busy. Mark can determine he can get time off. He can get a substitute teacher, and not all functions go through during the school hour. And quite frankly, I'm kind of old. It'd be nice to have a young guy representing our town. He's a young man. So, with that, I ask you to do the honorable thing. Do the kind thing. Do the respectable thing. Hey, maybe the Christian thing. Let Mark move on up. Let him have the honor of representing us as a mayor for a year. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Amanda Quintanilla, followed by Donna Vidrine.
Hello, council members, Mayor Noblock. I have a quick PowerPoint presentation, actually maybe not be too quick. Someone mentioned historical, so this history of City St. Clemente mayor members, mayors, next slide please. And sorry for the small little font there. And it seemed like no one has been repeated as mayors going back to, 1928. Next slide, please. There's more. Next slide, please. And however, in 1990, Scott Doyle did, he was, I guess, mayor a couple times and was bypassed one time or another. And so next slide, please. Actually, it was 1999 that it was Wayne Eggleston, who was mayor pro tem, was bypassed and did not serve as mayor for the year 2000. And then again, he was mayor pro tem in 2001. And of course, unfortunately, he was bypassed in 2002. Next slide, please. Robert Baker was bypassed in 2009, actually in 2009, and then 2010 he did not serve as mayor. Next slide, please. And then Tim Brown was mayor the next year, but I think it was that, I think there was a mistake there that I made. Sorry about that. Next slide, please. And then in 2023, Mayor Pro Tem Steve Knobloch was bypassed, and Mayor Victor Cabral became mayor, and Mayor Pro Tem M. Meyer. Next slide, please. Oh, no, sorry, go back, sorry. And then this year, of course, Mayor Pro Tem Mark Enmeyer was our Mayor Pro Tem. And this is the second time that Mark Enmeyer has been Mayor Pro Tem. And it would seem that it would be his turn to go. However, I would love, as just member, and I'm speaking as a member of the public, would like to see Mayor Steve Knobloch continue that, or but however, if that is not something that would be in tradition, that, oh shoot.
Yeah, she just tripped. Can you pause her time?
Yes, thank you. I mean, that's the least of my concerns right now.
She went down kind of hard to hit that seat on the way down.
Are you okay, miss?
Okay. Are we all right there, ma'am? Okay. Thank you. If you need any assistance, please let us know. Just raise your hand. Thank you. Amanda, go right ahead.
Great, thank you. I'm glad she's fine. I would suggest that Councilmember Victor Cabral would be mayor, because something that he's been our mayor before, is he has led our council well, and I think that he should be it. There is one council member that I don't think that should be it, and that would be Councilmember Rick Leffler for the
Thank you.
problems in the past.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
Donna Vadrine, followed by Linda Moore.
Good evening, Mayor and Councilmen. My name is Donna Vadrine. I'm a longtime San Clemente resident and a candidate for City Council in 2026. I'm here tonight to respectfully ask the Council to follow San Clemente's long-standing tradition and appoint Mayor Pro Tem Mark Enmeyer as mayor for 2026. This tradition exists for a reason. It promotes continuity, fairness, and collaboration. It keeps the focus on governing, not politics. When the council honors this process, it strengthens public trust and demonstrates stability and leadership. Mayor Knobloch, thank you for your service as mayor in 2025. You gained valuable experience in that role, and you served our city with increasing confidence over the year. Now is the appropriate time to pass this responsibility and honor to Mayor Pro Tem Enmeyer. San Clemente residents expect their elected leaders to work together and put the city first, above personal ambition or political division. Appointing Mayor Pro Tem Enmeyer sends a clear message that this council respects precedent, values fairness, and is committed to unity. Our city faces serious issues: housing affordability, environmental stewardship, public safety, and support for working families and local businesses. These challenges require steady leadership and a council that governs collaboratively. I urge each of you to cast your vote in support of Mayor Pro Tem Mark Enmeyer as our next mayor, and to continue working together in the best interest of San Clemente. Thank you for your time and your service to our community.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Linda Moore, followed by Catherine Hall.
Hello, council members. I would like for you to do the right thing tonight, and that would be to elect the current Mayor Pro Tem, who happens to be Mark Enmeyer. Mark Enmeyer is a respected member of our community. He has shown that he truly cares for our city. He was elected by the citizens of San Clemente, and he has, I believe, 3 years of experience as a member of the city council. He has demonstrated that he can work cooperatively and respectfully with the other council members. And traditionally, the San Clemente City Council, over its long history, has handed over the mayor's gavel to whomever holds the position of Mayor Pro Tem. I see no reason for the council not to elect Mayor Pro Tem Enmeyer to this mayorship. And should you choose to elect a different council member, I would expect you to explain your reasons for doing so. Please do the right thing. Elect Mayor Pro Tem Mark Enmeyer as our new mayor. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Catherine Hall.
Hi, Catherine Hall, and I'm here to speak in support of Mark Enmeyer as our next mayor. And as the first speaker said, every event I go to, almost without fail, I see Mark on the grounds representing our city. And whether that's in his capacity as Mayor Pro Tem or just because he's representing the city as a city council member, he's shown his commitment, he's shown his ability to be present. And when I attend these meetings or watch them on television, I have consistently seen him reach to the other side and try to collaboratively work to find acceptable solutions. And for that and for the history that this city has in moving the pro tem position into the mayorship, I think that the city council should vote for Mark Enmeyer. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more public speakers?
That was our final speaker.
Okay, then,
It's a long walk back there for a blue card.
did you want to speak to public speaking? Then come right ahead.
I can do it after the card, the blue card, but I didn't come for this. But since I'm here and hearing all this, I would recommend that we keep our mayor that we have now. He's done such a good job, and he's very broad-minded. I really feel it would be a blessing for our city just to keep the current mayor. I'll fill out a card.
Thank you. If there are no other
Thank you. It looked kind of dangerous going down that walk.
If there are no other speakers, then, Madam Clerk, I'm going to turn this part of the meeting over to you for the consideration of the selection of the mayor and Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I open nominations for mayor, I just want to let the council know that we'll be voting electronically. So you'll call out your nominations. Once we close those nominations, we'll go in the order of the person nominated, and then you can vote using your iPad. So with that, if there are no questions, I'll go ahead and open the nominations for the office of
I
mayor.
would like to nominate myself for mayor.
Laura, I have a question. So that means for each round of voting, it will be simultaneous. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'd like to nominate myself for mayor.
Okay.
And I'd like to do the same.
Nominate yourself. Okay.
I'd like to nominate myself as a third option, just in case.
Okay.
And I would just like to say, if my colleagues don't receive a majority vote, I'm willing to serve again. If any of my colleagues that have asked to sit in this position aren't selected, I'm willing to serve again.
Okay. Any other nominations before I close the nomination period?
Move the nomination to be closed.
Okay. And with that, we will start with a vote for Mark Inmeyer as mayor.
Can I have a point of order? Are we going to, I mean, we can do it however we want, but is there like discussion? Do we allow the candidates to make a statement? Do we,
You certainly can.
it's just up
Sure.
up to us?
Sure.
Would you like to hear a statement, or would you guys like to just go into?
Well, did you have I guess the chair, the clerk is chairing the meeting.
Okay, yeah.
For the clerk.
Yeah. I'd just like to say, before getting to votes and all these, I think all my colleagues are genuinely qualified. Some of these decisions are tough. That's what we do, make tough decisions. Some of these decisions have been made long ago, and during the course of a year of working and dealing. But it's not, in my view, it's not a matter of who's not qualified. I think they're all qualified, but at some point, we just got to make a decision based on what's been happening this year and how we've been working with people. So that's it.
I'll just make a quick statement and say that I'd be absolutely honored to represent the city as mayor. I'd be honored to lead in a bipartisan fashion, even though this is not a partisan post, but to realize that I respect every single one of you, and I would continue that respect in the formal capacity as mayor.
Yeah, my comment is, look, I appreciate all the comments that were made. My decision has been kind of after consideration with close friends and family. I didn't solicit anybody to come down and speak for me. I can speak for myself. I believe any one of us could serve as mayor, absolutely. And as far as, standing down for somebody else, it's interesting. I think all of us, when we campaigned, we were running against multiple other people. Why? Because we all thought we would be the best person for the job, and we just let the vote go. I believe I've demonstrated the energy and the dedication to work for the city and the residents. I'm not saying I put in the most time, but I don't think anybody's put in more time than I have, both on and off the council, to represent the citizens. My pledge is to continue to make every effort to promote and maintain civility from the dais. I think that's really, really important in a nonpartisan way. And even when we're deliberating the most crucial and sometimes controversial issues. So that's my pledge, and that's my statement.
I will simply say that the sequence of vote matters, and today's sequence, I think, Mayor Pro Tem received the first vote, followed by the next senior one in line, and followed by me. Then we go back to council members who has already served as mayor. That's a perfect sequence. I believe in equal opportunity, that each of us are qualified. Everyone deserves an opportunity to be voted on. I like that sequence, so thank you.
I just have one other comment. It's what I hate most about the votes is it's a yes or a no, and it's really it's hard voting no, because it almost gives a sense that, like, I'm against you, but this is just the way the process works. It's not a no, and I hope people don't take a no personally. It's that we only have one vote. So that's all.
Okay, and with that, Mayor Noblock, do you have any comments? Okay, then we will start the voting. Again, this is for Mark Enmeyer for mayor, and you should all have the option to vote now. So 2 yeses, 2 abstains. I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here. It cleared the vote too fast. This is what I was hesitant. Okay, so I've got, I apologize, you're going to have to start to vote one more time. And before I record it, I'm just going to write it down here. This is. Okay, will you get this vote? It's one.
So the council rule is a majority of those present and voting, so 2-2 is not a majority of 4, so that motion fails.
Next up, we are voting for Councilmember Leffler. And that, we have, Mayor Leffler has been selected to serve.
Congratulations.
I'd like to defer the rest of this meeting for Mayor Noblock to continue the meeting since he's been the one done the agenda and all that.
Okay, then the next item for Mayor Pro Tem, Madam Clerk, are you?
One second, though. Should I do this at the front, or should I do this?
Say, we have some presentations for our outgoing mayor and Mayor Pro Tem before we move on, unless you.
I guess, gentlemen, why don't you join us?
All right, so this plaque is in dedication to Mr. Noblock. Well done on your year as mayor. You have served the city well and faithfully, resolutely, and even though we may disagree on some issues, you have shown true leadership qualities in leading the group and being faithful to who you are in all of those circumstances. So on behalf of the city, thank you for your service as mayor. Well done.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Before you leave, Mark, I just want to say on behalf of our city council, you've served the city well as the Mayor Pro Tem, and I'd like to thank you for your service and your dedication, your continued service to our city, and your involvement in so many activities here. Thank you very much for your service. Okay, thank you. Okay, the next item on our agenda, Madam Clerk, do you want to conduct the,
I was going to say, do you want to conduct as mayor the selection of Mayor Pro Tem?
Sure, I'll be
Okay.
glad to.
And then we
I'll be
can
glad
still
to.
do the,
same protocol, same election process as before? So,
I'd like to nominate myself as
okay.
Mayor Pro
we
Tem.
have,
I'll nominate myself as well.
we have,
I'd like to nominate myself.
okay, we have 3 nominations. So then we'll take those votes in order, first with Mr. Cabral, serving as Mayor Pro Tem.
Missing one vote. Councilmember Wu, there we go.
And we have a split vote there, so we don't have a majority. So the next vote will be for Mr. Enmeyer. Let's cast our votes for Mr. Enmeyer for pro tem. We have a no vote on Mr. Enmeyer. The next vote would be for Mr. Wu. And we don't have a majority there. We have exhausted the existing candidates for pro tem. I'm willing to serve as pro tem. Does anyone want to ask for an additional vote, or?
I asked for an additional vote.
I'll
yeah.
ask for additional vote as well.
Okay, then, anyone want to make a nomination for pro tem?
I nominated myself again.
Yeah, we already did.
And you're going to,
Yes.
and you're going to nominate yourself as well? I'll nominate myself lastly for pro tem if there's no choice, if that's the pleasure of the council. So first we'll be voting for,
Well, we said.
well, in the second round, we had a different order of nominations. I think was Mr. Wu first? Or did I miss that?
No,
Mr. Victor?
It was the same order.
The same order.
Same
Yes,
order, okay.
yes.
All right. Let's hear a vote for Mr. Cabral then.
Excuse me, same order, then the fourth one
It'll
will
be
be,
Mr. Cabral, then Mr. Enmeyer, then yourself,
and then you.
and then me if there's no, if
Okay.
that's the pleasure of the council, if there's no majority. This is for Mr. Cabral.
Yes. I'm missing one vote. Councilmember Wu, did you?
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, we don't have a majority there. The next one is for Mr. Enmeyer. And we don't have a majority there, so the next vote will be for Mr. Wu. And we don't have a majority for Mr. Wu. I guess the next vote would be for Mr. Knobloch. And I guess I will be serving as Mayor Pro Tem under Councilman Loeffler. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you all for your service. Okay, the next item is council member reports. Who would like to begin? Victor, would you like to start?
Sure.
Pardon me?
Special presentation.
Oh, I'm sorry, we do have a special presentation. Okay, Lana Doyle. Is Lana Doyle with us this evening? I hope so. Come right forward. Come forward. And gentlemen, if you join me at the podium. Laura, do you have the? Thank you.
You're the presentation, right? You're the guest of honor. I'll just stand here. In the middle. But go by the microphone because you're going to have to say something here.
Yeah. Lana, come right up here. You know, in this city, we honor people that have been outstanding citizens that have contributed so much to our community. And Lana has certainly done that, and would like to have her name added to the San Clemente Wall of Recognition. You've been an outstanding volunteer and member of our community. You've served in military armed services support. You've worked with the Casa Romantica, the California Garden Clubs, which is really great. And I know, Wayne, you appreciate the work that they're doing. Community service and cultural engagement, you've done so much for our community. We're proud of you. We're honored to have you on our wall of recognition. We want to recognize you, and we thank you for all that you do. So God bless you, and thank you very much. On behalf of the City Council, we give this to you. And why don't you say a few words?
I think I'm overwhelmed, but thank you, Michelle Johnson, who nominated me or turned my name in. So thank you, and thank you to everyone who came and supported me. This is very, very dear to my heart. I do this because I like what I'm doing, and thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless.
One more vote, you might have been Mayor Pro Tem.
Congratulations.
Mayor, before you move on to the next item, would you like to formalize that adoption of the resolution to appoint Lana Doyle?
Yes, that was I'll make a motion to nominate to place her on the wall of recognition.
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Thank you, Lana. Okay, the next item, number 2, is council member reports. Mr. Cabral?
Oh, yeah. I guess we should wait till they clear out. Our audience is gone. Oh, we have people here. So the North Beach Community Homeowners Association had their meeting last week. I was a panelist on the community board meeting at North Beach with the residents, spoke about my recent meeting with the Coastal Commission at the North Beach area, and my meeting with the California Coastal Conservancy at Santa Clemente's request, and about our request for $7 million that we hope to get for our coastal resiliency plan. I agreed to provide both these organizations with information about out-of-town tourists visiting San Clemente to bolster our request for additional resources from the Coastal Conservancy. Andy gave a report. Rick gave a report at that same on beach trails and recent sand placement. We had a meeting of the Orange County Fire Authority Board, the directors meeting, reviewed our strategic goals for next year, reviewed our annual comprehensive financial report. With regret, I announced, it's public now, that the OCTA Fire Authority Chief Fennessy will retire from the Orange County Fire Authority effective Friday, January 2nd, 2026. He's a San Clemente resident, and we're going to begin the process of finding a new fire chief for Orange County. Attended the grand opening of Lila's restaurant, amazing new first-class restaurant here in San Clemente, serving Mediterranean food, located south El Camino and Valencia, and right here downtown San Clemente. I had a Songs Leadership meeting to design next year's agenda. Subjects for the 2026 Community Engagement Panel will include the decommissioning of the Songs nuclear power plant. And as you all know, we had a minor earthquake right off the Songs property this past week. As is protocol for the nuclear power plant, they ran through, inspected all the equipment, and determined that everything was in fine condition, especially the nuclear fuel that's stored there. We attended a seminar on key changes to HUD policy on homelessness, invited our outreach personnel to attend that same seminar. The bottom line, the federal government is moving away from the Housing First model. In the future, along with that, will be the federal funds that are associated with housing. They expect to cut back most of the funding for housing, and the new model will be treatment first model. The money will go to treatment and not housing. There will be some money for temporary housing, but the new model of the federal government, and thus the grants associated with that to the federal, to the state and local governments will be about treatment, not about housing. That's it for my report.
Thank you. Mr. Enmeyer?
Yes, I have a presentation. Yeah, so those are the events that I attended. Most of us were at most of these things together. So the North Beach Community Town Hall, the Cal Cities Coastal Cities Leadership Meeting, the Pure Pride tree lighting, the Gingerbread House Contest, which was like great and incredible pieces of art that they came up with, Santa's Village by the Sea. And then yesterday was at the Coastal Animal Services Authority, JPA meeting. I just want to, in the next couple slides, talk on a couple things. It was so encouraging. There was a man who just walked in to the animal shelter and asked, we have no idea who this person was, completely anonymous, we still don't know who this person was, and asked what would it cost for all of the adoption fees of all of the animals in the shelter to be met. They gave him the price and he wrote a check right then and there for that cost. And so from now until January 4th, all adoption fees are waived at the shelter. So if you are interested in getting a pet for Christmas, the animal shelter, both at Dana Point and at San Clemente, are open and ready to send some great animals your way. There's a couple here in the next couple slides. We'll go through them quickly. But there we got Frost, 8 years old, a pampered princess. And we got Ancho, short for anchovy. He's the perfect match. And then we got Bandit, if you're a fan of Bluey, big dog vibes, small dog body. And that is all. So go check out those and many other animals at the animal shelters, including rabbits and other animals too. Thank you.
Mr. Wu?
Thank you. Attended 3 tree lighting events. So November 22nd, attended tree lighting celebration at the San Clemente Outlet. December 5th, attended Christmas tree lighting event at the pier, hosted by the Pure Pride Foundation. The next day, on December 6th, served as a gingerbread house contest judge, then the tree lighting event at the community center. Both are parts of the traditional holiday event, putting on the glitz, organized by the city recreation department. Back to December 3rd, attended an online seminar called Understanding HUD's New Homeless Services Requirements, that's hosted by ACCOC. Victor just detailed the change of the new policy that from the HUD, the continuum of care funding policy has shifted away from housing first to treatment first, and the spending cap on the permanent supportive housing is set at 30% now. December 4th, attended a SCAG Transportation Committee meeting. We received a 2025 Southern California Economic Update and a report on LA 28 Games economic impacts. It is estimated that the Olympics would generate an economic output increase in the 6-county SCAG region between $13.6 and $17.6 billion. Among those, about $2.7 billion plus minus would be in Orange County. Hope that our city can get some of that. And then also on December 6th, attended a San O Community Assembly meeting organized by Surf Rider Foundation to kick off their coastal resiliency project funded by a $1 million grant they received from California Coastal Conservancy. Thank you.
Put up my dandy activity slide there. And while that's getting put up, 3 weeks ago, and it was actually reported on this at the last council meeting, we went to the Deputy of the Year and Firefighter of the Year, and I didn't have their names. I said they were really great and all that, but I just wanted to say that the Deputy of the Year was Justin Kalina, and our Firefighter of the Year was Captain Andrew Davis. And they are still great guys, but at least this way I remembered the name. Also attended, if you want to show up the first, next to the picture there. Ooh,
That's where you were?
yeah, that's where I was in the tide pool, looking for squid, and then Aha, okay. What?
Is that you?
No, that is not, but I will tell you who that is. We have a great couple of residents in North Beach, Sarah Martin and her husband Saul. And Sarah put together a Children's Hospital of Orange County toy drive that she went door to door and promoted. And down at North Beach, Saul dressed up like Santa Claus, and they set up a little booth down there at the train station. And go to the next slide, please. That we're back at the tide. Anyway, collected a ton of toys for Children's Hospital of Orange County. That was just a great resident taking part, and so we're really happy with that. Thank you.
Okay, and I attended, as my colleagues did, about 3 Christmas tree lightings this week at the outlets, the pier, and the community center. I also attended the North Beach Town Hall, which a number of my colleagues, I think 3 or 4 of us were there, and because we had the majority of the council there, when we started discussing items that might be on our agenda, I excused myself from the meeting so we wouldn't have any Brown Act problems. I presented a certificate of appreciation to one of our elderly residents here in San Clemente, 103-year-old gentleman who at the San Clemente Villas. Also, the Vector Control District, I attended their meeting, and I want to report that actually, it's very rare, but we identified 1 West Nile virus case in San Clemente. So while in the wintertime, it's not much of a problem, but let's be sure and keep the standing water out of our ponds, our pools, our planter box catch basins where the mosquitoes can breed. So keep an eye on that. I attended a meeting with Assemblyman Trita and Phil Chen up in Brea with a number of council members and mayors. Well, actually, and all the other tree lighting, so we've covered those things. So that concludes my report. The next item is oral communications, part 1. Are there any public speakers, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we do have a few speakers. I will call the first several names. Lois McNichol, followed by Reva Buck, followed by Wayne Eggleston. Lois?
Well, there's more to report. Back in the good old days, before we had to have districts, which I still don't understand, you could meet and talk with candidates at the local, state, and federal level on Del Mar. You didn't have to pay an outrageous price to be lectured by them. Volunteers staffed tables full of information ready to answer questions and offer help. I'm not bringing this up for the sake of nostalgia. The issue is that today, if you want to set up a table to gather signatures, you must get approval from the Special Events Committee, a process that takes 60 days. At least they aren't saying you must be in a free speech zone, whatever that's supposed to mean. The community center did allow Save the Beaches to set up a table and gather signatures for a sales tax increase. Unfortunately, they were within 50 feet of a voting center, which constitutes electioneering and is illegal. Save the Beaches members at the table were not asked to leave by the community center staff or voting center volunteers, although this was a clear violation of election law. And although I can't put up a table, homeless can park their carts on public property. I asked a staff member, Debbie, at the community center when these rules had changed. She stated that the rules have always been the same. I responded that even though I haven't been a resident of San Clemente for 50 years, I know that's not true because I was one of those volunteers. I requested the ordinance stating that I couldn't set up a table on public property. She said she would get back to me after the holiday. Now, I must wonder if Save the Beaches had a permit to set up a table on public property, or if, as it was stated, the city council had given them that location. Trust in elected officials or their staff at any level of government has become impossible due to the following. Elected officials can vote in their own salary increase. There's no accountability. Salary increases are not tied to how well the county, the state, the city, or the country is going. The illegal and unnecessary laws and ordinances are passed while ignoring actual problems.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Reva Buck, followed by Wayne Eggleston, followed by Mike Kay.
Good evening. I'm here with your monthly update on Broadmoor's enforcement of the 17-foot tree height limit on Delicata. As you can see on your handout, a Delicata park area and 4 private properties remain out of compliance. The handout also shows the number of violations and the dates they were reported to Broadmoor. With new growth, these properties now account for over 30 violations. City enforcement is essential to ensure Broadmoor's compliance. We have urged the council to require regular, detailed updates well before the January 20th meeting. Without those updates, and given the substantial violations that still exist, Broadmoor will most likely request a 4th continuance, underscoring its inability to comply with the council's March 18th directive to abate tree height violations expeditiously on their face and without Broadmoor's subjective assessment. While we appreciate that more than half of Delicata homeowners have complied, significant violations still remain. If abating only a few trees every couple of months is considered progress, this will drag on for years. And simply thinning deciduous and palm trees rather than reducing them to the required height does not constitute compliance. When this matter returns in January, we respectfully urge the city to assume enforcement authority to ensure sustained compliance. Broadmoor's long history of non-enforcement has placed an unfair and unreasonable burden on Felicidad, and the limited progress to date demonstrates that voluntary compliance is not a viable path. Notably, limited enforcement only occurred when the city intervened. Without continued city involvement, there is no basis to expect a different outcome. Felicidad also requests that the council involve our homeowners in establishing a long-term, city-led enforcement framework so that the process is reasonable, transparent, consistent, and not defined unilaterally by Broadmoor. Thank you for your continued support and your commitment to fairness and accountability. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker.
Wayne Eggleston.
Congratulations, Rick.
Thank you, Wayne.
I'd like to give an update on our Marine Corps, adopted Marine Corps unit, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines. But before I do, I wanted to correct a presentation that was made earlier. I was mayor in 2006, and I withdrew my name one time because I had just taken a new position in Newport Beach. So I withdrew my name as mayor. So I wanted to correct that presentation. Also, by the way, I attended the Glitz. Congratulations to the City of San Clemente, Parks and Rec, and Downtown Business Association. It was one of the most incredible Glitz ever that the city had. It was terrific. December the 18th, the City of San Clemente and the Chamber and Park Semper Fi will be having a barbecue for Marines at Camp Pendleton. And we are gathering gifts right now, and the community is encouraged to donate unwrapped gifts between the ages of 2 and 10. You can put them at the community center, the City Hall, and also the Vista Hermosa Sports Park. So we encourage you to do that. We really do need those gifts this next week, and thank you very much. Wanted to give a few pictures here of Thanksgiving for the Marines. If we have them there they are. These are this was a Thanksgiving for the Marines at Camp Pendleton. And the next one is after the Elks Club gave Thanksgiving for Marines, and they all came to Park Semper Fi afterwards for that. This last Sunday, Bella Collina invited 100 Marines and their families to meet Santa and to have a brunch at Bella Collina. And it was a very well-attended affair. Thank you, Bella Kalina. They're really a great supporter of the United States Marine Corps. This next year, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, our adopted Marine Corps unit, will be having a dining in at Bella Kalina. As you remember last year, we did it for 2-1. And so this next year, we will be having a dining in at Bella Kalina for 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, which, by the way, have now moved back to San Mateo from the main site of Camp Pendleton. But thank you very much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
Mike Kay?
First, I want to thank our outgoing mayor, Steve Noblock, for an exceptional year. No one's run a faster meeting that I've seen in my short time of going to these things. It's great to get home at 9 o'clock. And anyway,
I think our city manager has a lot of the credit to do with that. but,
those 11 p.m. were brutal a few years back. And thank you very much for your hard work. And the city is in much better condition now than I think it's, and the council as well, that I've known in my short time. I want to congratulate our new incoming mayor as well. I think our city is in a fine position, and look forward to working with you as well, our mayor, Rick Loeffler. Anyway, I want to talk about the ongoing overuse, I'm going to say, of public record requests, the significant taxing of our resources, the costs that are involved. In some cases, they are of a very frivolous nature, and it strikes me as abusive. I'm not sure the legal ramifications of restrictions on those usages. There may not be a way to do that, but it might be we can have a limit on who gets served quickest on these requests. Maybe you go to the end of the thing after your 10th or something request. I don't know, maybe a way of ranking it or somehow reining it in. I understand in some cases we're spending $30,000 on very frivolous requests. It's gotten to the point now where city officials are using direct conversation by phone and not text message and not email, because they feel the need to bypass the potential abuses that go on with frivolous uses. In some areas, going after their political opponents. And I think it's time that we call this out, that we recognize this as something that is locking up our ability to communicate and function at local government levels. And I hope that these practices are wound down. I hope that the sanctity of public records requests is maintained. But it's disturbing to me to see witch hunts being carried out, and I hope that ends. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Any other public speakers, Madam Clerk? Okay, the next item, do I have a motion for the waiving and reading in full of all resolutions and ordinances?
So moved.
Made by Mr. Wu. I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. The next item is, do we have a consideration of agendizing any items that require immediate action? Hearing none, we'll go to the closed session report. Madam City Attorney, do you have anything to report?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, the council met in closed session on the one item. At 4:34, Councilmember Cabral recused himself, and there was no action taken.
Okay, thank you. Any, item 7, staff communications. Are there any staff communications? No? Hearing none, let's open our public hearing. Item 8 is a public hearing to consider the City of San Clemente's annual report for fiscal year ending June 30, 2025 concerning mitigation fees. Let's open the public hearing, and do we have a brief staff presentation?
Hi, good evening, Mayor and council members. Tonight, we present the annual mitigation report for the fiscal year 2025, Government Code 6606. requires that any city that collects development fees conduct and provide an annual report showing how those fees were received and used. The report outlines the fees that connect the public facilities and projects that were used to help fund those projects. Staff recommends adopting the resolution to approve and file the fiscal year 2025 annual mitigation fee report. And staff is available to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Any questions of staff? Do you have any public comments?
We do not.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd move the item.
A motion is made by Mr. Cabral. I'll second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes unanimously. The next item is unfinished business. Actually, I didn't close the public hearing, but I guess with
Thank
a
you.
motion,
Yes.
it's effectively closed, so thank you. Item 9, unfinished business, hearing none. Item 10, update on the city council appointees to regional committees, commissions, and boards. 10A.
With that, Mayor and Council, would you like to just go over the list and decide to make any changes?
Well, yeah, let me
by
just
one?
ask the council members, you've all seen the list here. Do we have anyone have any suggestions on, anyone want to step down from any of their positions or request any position that they'd like to serve in, or what,
I would like to request to be the U.S. Marine Corps liaison.
the Marine Corps liaison? Okay.
I'd like the council to consider appointing me to OCFA.
CFA, okay. Anyone else have any suggestions of stepping down or interest in?
Yeah, I'll, because the mayor is the automatic alternate for the chamber, and if somebody'd be interested in doing the
I'd be interested.
chamber.
I'd be interested.
Okay.
Unless,
Well, I have an interest, but it's not a burning interest.
no, if you're the alternate, or,
Well, I'm currently the alternate to Rick.
well, if you're the I'm fine. I'd like to stay on the boards I'm on.
Okay. So you're going to stay on, did you say?
You can be the primary and I'll be the alternate.
Okay, all right, thank you. Chamber, I can go along with that. Any other suggestions or changes? Okay, hearing none, let's go through the items. USMC, Mark, you expressed an interest in that. Victor, you're currently the USMC. You've got
I'd like to
a
remain.
strange relationship
Yeah.
with.
That's something that we've traditionally rotated every year, to give everyone an opportunity to do that.
I don't believe so, but
Well,
We have rotated that every year.
We
It's
haven't
not,
always rotated it, but you've made a request for that. Victor's expressed an interest. Do you have a comment?
it's not a mandatory, it's up to the council, but it's always my belief that we should take a rotation so each council member has opportunities to expose to the different sides of the government issues.
I will, if Mark wants it, I'll withdraw. I'll let,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess we need a,
And Orange County Fire Authority, I believe,
well,
council
let's wrap up the Marine Codes. We
Oh.
need to vote on that?
He's the only one.
Stand down?
Yeah, I'm going to stand down.
Okay. Actually, I have last time I expressed an interest in this. My son's a Marine. My son-in-law's a Master Sergeant Marine with the Special Operations Group. I kind of have an interest in that as well. So I kind of have an interest in that as well. So
Spreading out would you be interested in the chamber, Mark, instead of the Marine?
Not particularly. I would actually like to be in the Marines. I've been going to their
no,
to their
I-
functions and
I wasn't
being a
trying to
major
talk
part.
yet. I wasn't trying to talk yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, do you have a preference? Do you want?
Should we just vote on that particular one?
Yeah, it's just a vote.
Okay, well, let's-
I'd support Mark on that.
Okay.
And Victor said it's not a problem. so-
Okay. All right, then let's vote for Mark being on the USMC liaison. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
And that doesn't have an alternate?
I don't think
doesn't.
so.
Okay.
No,
And the OCFA doesn't have an alternate?
no. No, it doesn't.
We used to go down the list and
So,
talk about.
so Zen, you expressed interest in the OCFA?
Yes.
Can I speak to that? The OCFA is a complicated organization. I think they've actually written a letter to us asking us to reappoint the members because of the need for continuity and the need for, it's hard. It's a $500 million budget that you need to know what's happening. And it takes, I've been there a year and you learn a lot. So I think to meet their requests for continuity, which they have requested, and along with the Orange County Fire Authority organization, they've also asked for continuity. I would just like to remain on
Continuity
that.
On an organization that large and that important with a budget that size is important. I
Yep.
agree. So I'm
I was contacted by OCFA requesting that Victor remain for whatever reason. But, the big ones like that, I'm just asking a question. At some point, could we put like a 2-term limit on it, so for
Well,
rotation?
we can. There's no requirement of it. Years ago, I was on the OCFA board for 3 years in a row, and there was no rotation. It was just kind of one of those things, you develop a knowledge of the organization, and it's beneficial to go forward. We haven't had an automatic rotation. We could consider that if that's the desire, but right now, we have before us the appointment of the representative, so
Well, I consider
so you've
myself.
expressed an interest in.
I consider myself a quick learner, and I've learned a ton of stuff. And I'm not a silly person. I work very diligently. I think I will be able to grasp the OCFA's need very quickly.
Okay, anyone else interested in that board? If not, we have 2 people interested. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Victor as the representative to OCFA. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor of Victor serving, say aye.
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 Aye. I hear 4.
I'll
Zen?
support Zen. So it's 3-2.
Okay, 3 to 2. So Victor, you'll continue on as our
All right, thank you.
representative. And the chamber, any discussion on the chamber nomination?
Who's going to be the chamber?
I'll be the primary, and Rick is going to be the alternate.
Okay, Rick, you want to remain?
I think the mayor under our rules is
You're-
an
yeah.
automatic alternate, so
The mayor attends all the events, I guess, so. I'd like to be the alternate, if it's all right with you. I don't want to.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
Is
so,
that-
so I would be the point, and Victor would be the alternate?
Alternate, yeah.
Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Okay,
That's,
all in favor of me being the point person, Victor is alternate? All in favor, that's a motion?
Aye, that's a
I'll
motion,
second
yeah.
it. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. And then that completes the items that we wanted to discuss. Do you have a motion for the reappointment of all the other folks to the other items?
Well, I
I
have a
would
little.
move that.
I'm sorry, we have a,
I have a little items, because I was never appointed to any serious committees. For example, South Orange County Watershed, we didn't have a single meeting in the entire year. So I'd like to be the main appointee of some committee. I'm looking at DBA, maybe, right now I'm alternate, maybe I'd like to be the main one.
I thought you took over the spot for the library task force.
No, library is, it's,
that was Rick, yeah, library.
and also the mosquito one, Steve, your term expires, so.
On the Vector?
Hmm?
On the Vector board?
Yeah,
Would you like the Vector board?
sure, I take it over.
That's kind of an interesting one. We've got some interesting biological issues coming up with the genetic modification of the mosquitoes and releasing, and we just had our first West Nile case in probably 4 years, so I have no problem with you serving on that. It's made up of every city in the county, so it's a pretty big board. Not as
Okay.
big as the fire authority, but almost.
Okay,
So that's fine with me if you'd like to serve on the
Yeah,
Vector.
thank
the
you.
Vector Control Board.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Any other suggestions for modifications?
And then South Orange County Beach Coalition, we don't have anyone. I believe that's Victor's idea to to ask for the vice chair. So maybe Victor wants to serve on that.
That was the South County, that's
South Orange County Beach
Foley's
Coalition.
group.
I would actually like to
Andy's
be on
been
that one.
attending that.
Are other cities putting, or Andy, you've been going to those and representing the city there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I think, wasn't there the talk that they wanted city managers more than elected
Yeah, the
officials?
staff have been pretty much covering
I
it.
think, on that one,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be in favor of having Andy continue to be our representative on that.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well then, Andy, you're the man. Any other suggestions for changes before we have a motion on the balance?
Do I get the DBA and Victor and I to switch? With me being the main one and Victor being the alternate?
I've actually gone to every one of their meetings. I don't know that you have attended any of them.
Well, I'm alternate, so I attend only if you can, but you never let me know that you can, so.
Okay, you've made a request, and Victor's expressed interest in continuing on as the primary. So I'll entertain a motion.
Well, so as the alternate, you can.
You can attend, yeah, you can go. I mean, he's more than welcome. They publicly announce all the meetings, and the alternate can show up and express their opinions and participate. They're open meetings, they're open to the city, so there's nothing that prevents you from attending as the alternate.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we continue the status quo on the DBA.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sounds,
Their meeting notice, just by the way, is just online. They don't send me a notice either.
okay, and we'll need a formal resolution for the vector control, so I'll nominate Zen to serve as our representative. Motion made and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That passes unanimously. Motion on the balance of these positions?
I move the,
Go through the entire list, there's anything else that?
Yeah, on the city council appointed, which we will talk about pretty soon. There's one item, the homeless collaborative subcommittee, that's not listed.
I think that was a subcommittee that sort of served its purpose. I don't think haven't been any ongoing meetings that I know of. Am I?
Yeah,
Correct. It's my understanding that that has been disbanded.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It has been disbanded?
I would move the remainder of the items as they are.
Okay.
Is there-
We have a motion to approve the remainder of these appointments. I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Okay, gentlemen, the next item is the item 10B, the resolution authorizing an exemption to the formal bidding process in accordance with Section 12 of the city purchasing policy, authorizing the city manager to negotiate, finalize and execute the emergency agreement to reimburse Orange County Transportation Authority to repair and replace a portion of the city's trunk sewer line, authorizing a supplemental appropriation amount of $1.6 million from the sewer fund depreciation reserve, and finding the project categorically exempt under CEQA. Is there public comments on this, Madam Clerk?
There are not, no.
Gentlemen, do you need a staff report on this item?
I don't. I've had it already.
I'll entertain a motion
I will move the staff recommendation.
for adoption of Resolution 25-205.
That's correct.
I'll second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. The consent calendar is next, item 11. Do we have any public comments on any of these items, Madam Clerk?
We do have two public comments. 11D is in David and 11M is in Mary.
A as in apple,
D is in David and M is in Mary.
M as in Mary. Thank you.
I'd like to pull 11E, E as echo.
11E as in echo. Okay, any other items you'd like to pull, gentlemen? Okay, if not, do I have a motion?
I
on the
would move the
balance?
remainder of the
balance?
items, the balance of the items, yes.
Okay, do we have a second, or do you want?
Second.
Okay, motion's made by Mr. Cabral, seconded by Mayor Leffler. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye on the balance. Let's go back to item 11D as in David. And,
Lois McNichol?
Someone,
Yes, Lois McNichol called.
let's hear from the public on 11D.
So it has been mentioned here many times tonight policies are changing. So why are we still talking about emergency shelters here? Because quite frankly, Housing First went all the way back to the 1990s, and it never worked. Because you can't just give somebody a house and say, here you go, and they're going to know what to do and how to take care of it and have the money or even have the will. Because they won't have the knowledge, they won't have the ability, or they may not even know what to do. So therefore, the Housing First was it was a carve-out, okay? It was a carve-out, and it went into a lot of different politicians' pockets. So therefore, that was Housing First. Now we're going into Treatment First. Why do we need an emergency shelter here in San Clemente when we only have 65 homeless people? Which I've never heard that number go up or down, so I'm not sure. It seems to be pretty standard that we only have these 65 people, whoever they are. So therefore, why do we need a shelter? And why are we even considering zoning for a shelter? Why are we not talking about, if we're talking about these 65 people being homeless and they need treatment or they need to get some kind of help? We do have a place called the Department of Public Social Services. They have emergency shelter payments and permanent shelter payments. Why are we not referring them there?
Thank you. Any other discussion on this motion, on this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I would move the item.
I'll
the staff
second it.
recommendation.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Matter passes unanimously, approving 11D. 11E is the next item. We have public comment on that.
I know this was pulled by Councilmember Wu.
Okay, Zen, go ahead.
Yeah, on the policy change, I'm wondering if the city, the council is willing to consider an additional change to policy 4.3.1. This is about the qualifications of the nominee to be recognized on the wall of recognition. My suggestion is that we consider add business owner of San Clemente. And so the language would be, the nominee must be a resident, parenthesis, primary residence, of or the owner of a business in San Clemente for a minimum of 10 years.
That's a really good idea. So we have a few people that live in Sparky.
The reason is we have a number of business owners that are very generous to our nonprofit organization. They've contributed substantially to the city's cause.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion
To include
I'll
not
second.
only resident, but business owner for a business in San Clemente.
With a 10-year, who's owned a business for 10 years.
Right.
Are we doing
Yeah,
10
the
or 12
resident
years?
or the owner of a business in San Clemente for a minimum of 10 years.
Doesn't the changes say 12 years, though?
But
A minimum of 12 years? Or is,
I'm looking at 4.3.1, it says 10 years, unless I'm looking at a older version. Whatever the number of years.
Well, you can make the number 10, it's fine.
10 years is.
sorry, I was misreading the 10 versus 12 individuals, sorry.
Okay.
I'm not suggesting changing the year. I'm
So your
just
recommendation is for 10, business owner for 10
add
years.
business owners.
Okay, is that a motion?
Yes.
Any discussion? Is there a second to the motion?
Mark seconded.
I'll second, yeah.
Mark seconds it. Any
And
discussion on the motion?
I will move the item.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
With that change, thank you, Zen. Next item is 11M as in Mary.
We have a comment from Amanda Quintanilla.
So I'm speaking as a member of the public. When I looked at this agenda item, one thing that stood out to me was for the mixer was going to be $5,000, and for 50 people, that's $100 a head. And I'm just wondering why that would be. I mean, that's $5,000. That's
I'm sorry,
sometimes.
we had 11M as in Mary, the
Wouldn't that be for?
UCI?
UCI, yes. Part of that is a mixer for $5,000. So that's what just stood out to me, and sometimes that could be groceries for a family for, I don't know how many months. So I don't know, I think that's just a little bit too much. But one of the concerns that I have about this item is that, is this something that is part of the UCI curriculum, where the professors are already getting paid for that? Or is this something, an additional thing in addition to their time and effort? So that was just a question that I had, because for, I guess, the engineering coordinator is like 15,000, and I think the line for a pump station was like 25,000, and then the other one was for master work in, and I think the coastal erosion, to do that for another 25 or whatever the math works out to be. But it just seems to me is that, why is the city of San Clemente paying UCI to do that versus, the UCI, approaching the city to pay for an internship? Or I just had some questions regarding that because it doesn't seem right. But thank you so much for your time. And I'm just wondering if there was any other colleges that were notified of that, or like an RFP, and was that open to the other people, other schools and campuses? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gentlemen, do you want to hear from staff on that?
No, but I'd like to comment on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This was a project we started when I was mayor a couple of years ago. We met with the engineering department and developed a relationship to get really affordable student work done. This is real. If we had to go and contract this out with a private engineering fund, this would cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's a way to get it done quickly as part of a program that's affordable. And are we missing something?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, my copy of my agenda at 11 M is about something about a trunk line for a sewer.
That's what this is.
They're studying the potential of moving the sewer line in.
And using UCI to help with the studying of it.
So it's a study, it's something we're being forced to do by the state.
It's a pure engineering issue, too.
Yeah, so I think it's a good use of funding. It's very, very inexpensive, and
In fact, we'd be saving money by going this route.
yes, absolutely. So if there's no other discussion, I'd move it.
Good comment. Did anyone need to hear from
Yeah,
staff on this?
I have a question. If it's mandated by the California Coastal Commission to provide this report, why there was no funding identified in the budget? It was a project a few years ago.
So, I'm sorry, Dave.
Dave Riebensdorf, Public Works Director. So it was a requirement as part of Cypress Shores pump station. The city had 5 years to do the study. And when UCI reached out to the city, we were thinking of projects that would make a lot of sense. And from a staff's perspective, this seemed like a good project for UCI students to study. So there wasn't any funding in the current fiscal year, and that's why, because we had time to do this project.
Dave, let me ask you a question. If the UCI engineering students come up with some solutions, will we need to hire certified technical engineers to ratify their work, or is that something you can do internally if?
It depends on how the study comes out. We'll probably have to still hire an engineering firm, but for a much lower cost to finalize the study. But this report will be used for that ultimate study that goes to the Coastal Commission. And if it's good enough, then city staff will be able to augment to it and then submit it to the Coastal Commission.
Okay, any other questions?
I'd move it.
You made a motion. Is there a second to the motion to approve?
Second.
Motion's made by Mr. Cabral, seconded by Mr. Enmeyer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Thank you, Dave. I guess that concludes the consent calendar. Do we have any comments from oral communications, part two?
We do not.
Okay, future agenda items, gentlemen?
Yes,
Anything?
I have two. One, there's a sponsorship of a bill at our congressional level, House Representative 2862.
What was the number?
2862, the Southern California Coast and Ocean Protection Act. Our Congressman Mike Levin is asking for endorsement by cities. I would like to have that discussion in January, and I'll get the materials for everyone.
And 2862 deals with offshore oil.
Offshore oil
structures.
drilling and structures off of our coast.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded for agendizing. Do you have another item, Mark?
Yes, I was wondering if the rest of the council will be interested in discussing direction to staff on how to engage with the upcoming Citizens Initiative. Just something for us to give direction to the staff on of what we want to do in terms of this initiative before it becomes a ballot measure.
I would second that. I'd actually, if you take a friendly amendment, we could, I'd actually like to move that we do what we can to support the initiative, the measure, should it be qualified for the ballot. And I think that will allow us to use some city staff to educate the public. Right now, there's a question whether we can do it or not, but if you would accept that, I would do it. And
Are we getting too much into discussion on that? I think Mark was being general. I like that. Let's maybe discuss it at the.
So the motion is to agendize a discussion
Yeah.
regarding the...
Okay, we could do that, yeah.
A yay or nay on that.
All right.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to agendize it.
Yeah.
And third for staff reported.
If we need a staff report, all third.
Okay, we have three items, three council members to support for that for a staff report. Any other items, Mark?
No, that's all.
Victor, do you have any?
No, I don't have any, no.
Zen Wu, do you have any items that you want to agendize? Rick, do you?
I don't.
Okay, I don't either. So that brings us to the city attorney report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just would like to say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you. You too. Are you not happy to be here?
I'm happy to serve the
changed
city of
your-
San Clemente as well.
You changed? Okay, we're happy you're here. Mr. City Attorney, I like your sweater.
Oh, that was a downgrade. You just called me the
City
city
manager.
attorney. Oh,
City manager.
I'm kidding. There's too many attorneys
City
in the
attorney.
room.
Oh, city manager. Excuse me, I apologize.
No, just kidding. We do have a couple of contracts tonight. One with Woodward and Curran providing recycled water conversion for the Sea Summit Homeowners Association, the amount of $32,230. The Hack Company providing water reclamation plant analyzer in the amount of $43,400. Milliman Incorporated providing defined benefit administration for the City of San Clemente restated employees retirement plan in the amount not to exceed $41,196.96.
Thank you.
Other than that, Merry Christmas. I don't know, I'm not a very good Scrooge, I don't know. But yeah, happy holidays to everybody. We will not meet again for the rest of December. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn if someone wants to include
I would
next
move
meeting
to
date.
adjourn. And to set our new date for, Madam Clerk?
Sure. The next regular city council meeting is scheduled to take place on January 20th, 2026. Closed session will begin at 4:30 PM and the regular business meeting will begin at 5:30 PM. The meeting will take place in the council chambers located at 910 Cali Negocio, second floor, San Clemente. Please note the meeting of January 6, 2026 was previously canceled.
Okay, all in favor of that? Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
The motion's made and second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Congratulations.